Hi, I'm Meher Afroz. Our project is on UK road accident analysis, and in this project, we mainly work on this data set: UK road safety and traffic accident and vehicle analysis of Kaggle. And here we got like in data set we have accident information.csv and vehicle information.csv. There are two CSV files, one having 24 column and we one having 34 columns. So we basically merge both of these data set on accident index, and then in the merge data set we calculate stratified sampling, and we have collected around 28 data, uh, and 800 data. And on this 800 data we basically do our calculation, uh, and also we choose the main columns for our data set. So in this project, this is the main dashboard of our project, and here we have six plots, and now I am going to describe each of these plots. So first of all, we have accident map. So in this accident map, we are going to calculate the points based on its latitude and longitude, and it's actually a bubble plot on the map, on the UK map, and this bubble plots radius is going to choose by the frequency of the accident on this area. So we can see this area is more probable to accident and compared to this region. So this is basically our accident map plot. And our second plot is the places of accident. So here we have a circular bar plot where we try to show in which places are most probable to accident. So we can see that if it is close to junction, then it's more probable to accident. So here we can see that causality is 26 here. So, and the other places are compared to less probable to accident. And this is our core diagram. This is our third diagram, which is relation between which in which we show a relation between accident map and ages. So here, if two groups uh, collide in accident, then uh, we try to find out a relation between age groups who created that collision. So here we have different age group, and we try to figure out the relation using this code chart, uh, relation between different age groups. And our uh, fourth plot is accident based on day, month, and year. Here we try to show um, accident based on day, uh, and here we try to show based on month, and here we try to show based on year. So first of all, if we see like day plot, then we can see that for the day, for Monday it's more probable to accident, and the more we go towards weekend, so in weekends the accident rate is comparatively low. And also in Thursday, accident rate is high, like Monday. And similar, we can see that in case of months, there is no certain trend, but in case of year, we can see certainly a trend. Like in previous year, accident rate was compared to low, so it was much lesser in 2005 and 6, and the more time passes, the accident rate is compared to become higher. uh, and so we can see that in recent year, accident rate is higher than 2005. So our sixth plot is parallel coordinate plot. So we try to figure out different road condition in this plot. So we try to analyze only the columns, related to our road condition. So we have selected the junction control, junction details, light condition, number of casualties, road type, speed limit, this type of columns for our PCP. And so we try to show our came in clustering color here. So these colors are chosen by the clusters, and we can also swap between axes. If we just select one and then press to another axis, then it will swap between each other. We can also filter data based on our column, like if we want to filter data based on speed limit, then if we choose 30 and 55, then data is chosen between this area. So this is how our parallel coordinate axis is done. Then our sixth graph is model name versus frequency. So here we try to figure out like for which model our frequency rate is higher. So we can see that in this plot that we have different car model like Ford, Audi, Honda, Toyota, BMW. So in this analysis, we can see that Ford is more probable to accident, and BMW, Audi is less probable to accident, and for which cars accident rate is much lesser, we try to group them together into others column. So this is basically our thoughts, our six plots, and now my partner Jamale is going to describe the others.
Hello, my name is Jamalia Sultana, and right now I will describe the other insights we have from our UK road accident analysis dashboard. So, like in our if we see the time series data in here, as my partner previously said, we can see a certain pattern. Like the day in the Monday, there is a lot of accidents, and uh, in going into the weekend, the accident frequency started to lessen. However, if you see that, you can see that in the Thursday there is like the highest accident rate, and if we wanted to like focus on the what happening on the Thursday, we can actually went to the Thursday and see the models, how our other models are actually changing. So here we can see that in the Thursday, when there is a lot of accident is happening, most of the accident is happening in the city location in the London. So we can see like which type of accident is happening. Like most of the accident is happening for the car vehicle type when there was like overtaking near side, and in the speed limits of 30, we are having the most of the accident for the 26 to 35 age group. So in the overall context, we can actually focus on the small part of our map where the most of the accident happening, and we can see our accident related info. So we also can see in the yeah, places of accident data that the casualty is almost like 266 for not all for all the junction within 20 meters. So, and also like for the 21 to 25 age bracket, most of them are having accent with the other age brackets. So, like 21 to 25 age bracket is the culprit here. And also in the model, in our car model, we are looking for the safest car, which has the lowest frequency for the accident. So here we can see that the Ford has the highest accident rate. Next is the Vauxhall, and then Peugeot. And if the car has the accent frequency less is less than 3 or 4, then we actually group them into others, as a tail. So we can see that after Audi it is like very less frequent, very less uh, accent for the other car manufacturers. Also in PCA plot, for that time road accident, we can see how are the junction control or junction data or the light conditions were. So light conditions, yeah, 0 means that there was no light, and 4 means that there was it was happening in the broad daylight. So since we can see that most of the correlation is happening in the fourth, that means in the most of the accident is happening in the broad daylight instead of in the night, which we actually thought, and one is like on the evening. And so we can actually say that when people are going to the their office or coming back from the office, most of the accident is happening. Also, since we also saw that most of the happenings in the speed limit of 30, and also there is very less accident is happening on the higher speed limits like 70 or 60. Also, when we are actually going to the month, we also can see a trend. In the January, or we can see that there is like the almost like average level of accident. However, it suddenly peaks in the March and in the September and December. So we can understand that in the December it is like the vacation seasons, and there can be a lot of car in the road, and that's why there is a lot of collisions. But the September's and March as a little bit anomalies, so we can like go to them and can see what is happening. So we can see that in the March most of the accident is happening in the countryside area. That means in the northwest or countryside area, that means that people are going to the summer vacations and having some kind of collisions there, where the road type is single carriageway, like the single lane. And even with the fine and or no high wind in the summer, people are having accident with the car, and the age band for that kind of accident is 46 to 55. So that's mean like when people are going to the vacation, they are also not careful, so they actually are having collisions in the broad daylights. So when we also go to the month, and then went to the like June, which is like also the summer, but they are returning to the city area, then they are most careful and have a low rate of accident. In the October, we can see the lowest range rate of accident. So also the accidents are happening in the like the city area. So we can say that in the low October, and the accident rate is a little bit lesser than all around the other months, but we are still can see through why that is happening. And for the year, we can see there is a general trend that the accident is increasing year by year. However, in 2006 and 2008, we can see a little bit dip in the time series rate. However, we also can see that in the 2010, it started to uh, like increase rapidly, and then there is some kind of lessening in the accident rate before it hitting all-time high in the 2016. So we can actually assume that in 2010, when there is a lot of accident, there is some kind of rules or regulations are placed so that the accident rate can decrease before it is started to happening again. So we can actually focus on what is happening in 2016 and then start to campaign for the road safety, and then see what is actually happening in like what is causing the road accident, and then started to make people more uh, clear on the road rules. So in 2016, we are seeing that the most of the accident is still happening in the city area, which is in the London, in one-way street, like a speed limit in 20. So like there is most of the collision is happening when there are T or Jagger section. That means people are not looking when they are actually driving, and or when they have to give way, they are not looking if other car is coming in the broad daylight. So that's why it is like happening in there. And also again, the age group who are culprit for the most of the accident is fall into 26 to 35. So maybe they are in a hurry to go through their office location, and then that's why they're having such a rush. So uh, so also we can like also not only the time series, our dashboard actually like if we touch one like plot, it manipulate other plots. So we just saw the time series and how we can like focus, we can see the contextual data and then focus on the granular data to understand what is happening for the UK road accident and analyze the data sets. We have also other models which we can also help, like if we wanted to go through the which is the safest car model, since we know that cars are having the most accident, we can target these car manufacturer companies and then uh, instruct them to be more careful about their practices and the car accident that is happening. So we can like click through the car and then see when the car is having the most accident. So we can see that for Ford, the most of the accident is happening in the Monday and in the Friday. So like in the so we can see like the office worker using the Ford has the most of the crashes, and then when they are actually in the weekend rushing back to the home, they are also having the most of the crashes. And also we can see that there is like the one age group, it is like 16 to 20, which has the accident rate with other people. So we can say that younger people also are having more crashes using the Ford, which is a very big car. In the Vauxhall, we are seeing like a little bit different trend that in the Wednesday, the Vauxhall has having the like most accident. So it is like uh, in the middle of the weekday when the Vauxhall is happening, the most accidents. And in the Peugeot also is showing the same kind of feature that is showing the Ford, which is like in the Monday we are having the most accident, and there is a peak in the Thursday, and then it started to taper down when it is going to the weekend. So we can yeah, instruct the car manufacturer company to see their models using where the problem is happening. Having also, we can instruct them to see through the parallel condition to see the which traffic condition they are actually having the most accident. So we can see that in the yeah, for the peer guard, the speed limit is like when the crash is happening, the speed limit is 30 to 50. So it's supposed to be like uh, not that much speed limit, but still it is happening. So in the Ford, we can see the when the crash is happening, the weather is good and the light condition in the broad daylight, the crash is happening, and it is happening when the speed limit is like there are some data for when the Ford speed limit is 60 and 70. So we can see that it is also like risky to drive the Ford in like the more than the speed limits. Also, when we are actually going through the data, we can also see where the like the target people who are actually driving that car. So the car manufacturing company can actually target the car owners to instruct them onto the safety purpose. Like for the Ford, we can see most of the cars are in the either in the city area or in the suburb area where the density population is much more. And if we are showing the uh, Pagard, which is like the another car company, which it is also we can see that there is a cluster of like in the city in the London and in the upper area of the northwest. So and then after we are deciding the which can be the safest car model and like which car models to avoid, we can this plot is also can be used for the car manufacturer and the user, both of them for their car safety navigations. And then we can actually also see through the accident map. So in the accident map we are like in the action map, we can show the all of the data set of based on the severity, serious, fatal, and all. And we can also like divide the data set into male, female, and the all of the gender groups and places for urban and rural to see which place is having the most accident or the most serious accident for say. So we can see that for if we click onto the serious accident, the graph uh, like changes differently. So if we see for the places, we can see that in the rural area the serious accident is very less, and most of the serious accident is happening by the Ford. And in the weekend of the Sunday, where the road speed was like 60, where the road speed is supposed to be 30 to 40, it is like 60 and 70. So we can say that in the serious accident, the people are speeding through, and in the rural area, using like the using in the also having the collision with the number of vehicles too, in the private driver entrance, or like in the giveaway where the crossroad was, in and driving in an uncontrollable way. So we're going ahead and there was like the collision of two vehicles. Also, we can see that in the darkness, there was some of the data set in the darkness where the serious crash was happening with only one number of vehicle. It is in the when they are actually like going through like in the 70 mile per hour. So like if it is actually a very high speed, then there is a record of crashing of the single vehicle. Also, we can see if the all of the serious accidents are for the male or female. And after clicking, we can see that most of the serious accident data state. That means most of the serious accident is happening by the male, not by the female. We can also see that female has a very small amount of data. So after the gender, we can also see if the serious uh, accident is happening in the urban place or not. And we can see that in the urban place, the accident number is a lot. So we can click to the all of the data set to show the all the data set here. So also using the a relation between the accident and age group, we can show like what kind of age group is causing the most accident in when. So we can actually click on the accident age group. We can click on the accident age group and can see when the accident is happening. So like in the like when we started, there is we can see like the 21 to 25 age band is having the most accident with the all the other age bands. So we can like click through them and see like when they are having most of the accident. So we can see that 21 to 25 are more prone to driving the Ford, Vauxhall, and the Volkswagen, Nissan, Rover, Citroen, BMW, and Piaggio, and they are actually also having the most of the classes in the Monday. So we can see that they are having classes for the same reason. We can say that they are having classes in the going to the office hours. And also most of the crashes are not happen and is not and in the junction or in the like 20 meters area, the junction details. So like and second highest is on the T or staggered junction where they are not seeing looking through the safety protocol and crashing with other cars. We see there is a dip in the Wednesday when the crash is happening. And if we actually want to see the accident between the age group and the month, we can see that there is when there is a very like peak in the December when the holiday years come, holiday times come. So like in the holiday times, they started to also race through the uh, eh, on the road and get have a lot of accidents. So in the year, we can see that based on the year, there is like the slight dip in 2012. So we can say that in whatever happened in 2011, which is have a highest peak of the accident for the 21 to 25 age band group, this thing actually the campaign worked for the road safety, and they started to become very careful in 2012. But after some years, they started to again forget the road safety, and I think this actually can help the authorities to understand how to preach for the preach for the road safety campaign, and when the road safety campaign has to be shared again with the users. We can go through other data other age groups and can see what kind of like characteristics happening based on the time series and the car model's name and the road condition in the PCPs, places of accident where this is happening, and also like like the accident map also where this kind of age band accident is mostly happening. And we can see that there are some of the like casualty where the if the road is slippery, then it can have the casualty. So we have like it can also like make the authorities have idea where to have the road safety measures. And in the mini roundabouts there is also a lot of casualty. And like if there is a private driver interest, people tend to be relaxed and not notice other cars, so there is like also clashes there. So I can see for 26 to 35 age band, the most of the accident is happening in the London. Also, when there is like auto traffic signals and the crossroad is happening in the daylight, and accident is happening in the Tuesday or like in the Monday, we can see that also. So, this is like the plot for the all the plot for the road accident analysis. We can also go through all of them. There is like the other age group which is like over 60, which we have found a very interesting point. Like for over 60, the most of the people are having accident when they're going to the village area. Also, from the PCP plot, we can also understand the road conditions and how the weather conditions and road condition actually affect the car accidents, and also what kind of speed limit and weather conditions actually have relationship between themselves. Like in the high speed speed limit, if the weather condition is like low or mild, it is still happening accident. But in the like the safest speed limit, it is like 30. If the weather condition is bad, then there is a high chance of having a crash. We can also see the safest cars from the car model name versus frequency. We can see the where is the accident is happening based on the accident maps and everything, and the details or where the accident is happening, and how many casualties are happening, and also the time series to show what kind of accident is happening. So I think based on all of the charts in the dashboard, we can actually make kind of like knowledgeable like uh, insight on what is happening for the UK road accident and how to navigate the road accident properties. So if we wanted to preach the safety regulations, we can actually target the users who are having the most accident, and target the manufacturing cars who are whose car is also having the most accident, and then use that dashboard to show them how to like improve the road accident rates for the cities and the village areas. So thank you. This is our presentation.